Hello, I'm back here with this thing. Yeah, the Scorpion 80. What's this one about? Well, I ended up talking to the manufacturers and asking them about why is it an XM Plus and it's described as an XM, which is it? And they said, pot luck. Sometimes you get XM, sometimes you get XM Plus. It's a bit rubbish. They also confirmed it was identical to another quad, which I forgot off the top of my head, but I'll talk about it in the commentary. And it could take a 3S. And it felt too heavy and underpowered on 2S. So I've put this 3S 450, which is pretty heavy, because I thought it's not really an acro quad, but maybe it'd be alright for sort of cruising around. Maybe I'll get some decent flight time from it. So yeah, I've got a bigger battery on it. I also went back and I went into the XM Plus receiver and I flashed RSSI, so if we fly along to a distance, at least we know if we're going to lose connection or not. But yeah, let's get up in the air, see how it feels on a bigger battery on a 3S, and see if it blows up and stuff. So up into the air we go, and yeah, it's the Spedix Rex 80 this is identical to. GoFly RC say they are the owner of the Scorpion 80, but I don't know if that means that the Rex 80 is a badge version of that, or theirs is a badge version of the Rex 80. Who knows, but they are both absolutely identical, and it was only because somebody mentioned it in the comments about the Rex 80, thanks to, there's a few people actually, thanks to those guys, because when I looked at that, it did mention flying on 3S, and the guys at GoFly RC said, yes, this does fly on 3S. To be fair, they said you should go and sort the PIDs out for 3S. I haven't, but it seems to fly okay. Now, the major problem with this quad is still an issue that was a problem last time. Last time I flew this, I was having the sort of blank little sort of flashing screens in the DVR recording, and I updated the firmware on the DVR, which I got from Immersion RC, and that fixed the problem, but the pitch you get is still pretty ropey, isn't it? I should say here that I'm just trying to fly a little bit more distance, and I'm sort of using it as a cruising around quad rather than something acro, and it does okay. I'm taking sort of risks about where I'm flying in terms of the recovery, just to see how it holds up, and the receiver is fine. I am worried about the amount the battery is going down though. Anyway, back to the bad picture. So this is using a Cadex EOS 2, which has absolutely been fine on NTSC that I've been using on other quads. This one's got a PAL version, which seems to be the big problem. It seems to be EOS 2 on PAL with combination of a RapidFIRE. It causes all sorts of hassles. I'd like to perhaps test this with another module to see how that works, because I think it's RapidFIRE specific, and it's obviously other PAL cameras have been fine on this module, and obviously other EOS 2s have been fine using NTSC. It's just this combination, and it looks rubbish in the DVR. It doesn't look as bad in the goggles. It looks perfectly fine in the goggles, but yeah, pretty rubbish in this recording. So I flew a few batteries around using this, and you know, it's fine. I was doing some little tests to see if the washout was cured with the bigger battery, and it is. And you know, you can do some acro stuff and it will survive okay. It won't fall out of the sky. So it is overall a much better quad on 3S. It still feels heavy, and I think that's reflected in some of the voltage sag you'll see. As soon as we use the throttle in any meaningful way, we get that low battery popping up on the screen there. But that said, you know, you still get 3 minutes out of it if you're cruising around or whatever. I just don't think it's, you know, a particularly wonderful quad. It suffers from the same problem that all these size whoops suffer from. We're happy to fly them if they do something special, like they've got an HD camera on, and then, you know, we'll take the hit of the bigger, heavier quads. But in sort of general flying around terms, I don't think this is anything special. I think it's much better to go for something lightweight. Anyway, that's just my quick update on this. If you've got one, fly on 3S, it'd be better. Hope that was useful, and I'll catch you next video. Bye for now. Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing, and if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.